Gopal and Swami Mahadev talk about Japan during the reunion. That's it.
Gopal from Delaware. Swami Vishnu's mother came up to see him about 6 or 7 years after he had been in Rishikesh up in North India as a Swami. And Master Shivananda greeted her, and he said to her the very first day, "You want to be a Swami?" "Yes, Swamiji." So Swami Vishnu's mother came up to see him. 3 days later, she was a Swami. Swami Vishnu said that she always wanted to be a Swami or go along that line, but she was married and had children. And then in my own little world, I had a pain management clinic in Houston, and one of the guys there built the oil wells in the Middle East, and he said that a quarter of the known oil reserves are right under the sand in Iraq. That's why we're there. Of course, the Americans are there having a war and different things. And the Royal Dutch Shell 5 years ago only knew of 13 years of oil reserves. So, as Swami Mahadev said, we are running out. Swami Vishnu asked me the last day I saw him to get people out of pain. Well, that didn't make sense. I ended up having a pain management clinic. The way to fix the world is everybody needs to get their feet up under their body. If it's through yoga or through any kind of other discipline, whatever you're doing, as Swami Vishnu, he lived his life through yoga, and Master Shivananda, to get people to get their lives back, get control, get discipline, all those good words that we use. But I just got back from Tokyo, and I just saw so many people that are so disconnected. And that tsunami was bad, and that those people are going to pick themselves up and live that life and do what they need to do to get that right. And the Shivananda Yoga is there now, and you meditate with the Japanese people, and that's their heritage. So Shivananda Yoga, through Swami Vishnu, Swami Mahadev, and others, are back in Japan, giving the Japanese a way to meditate, and they all chant. I was in France, and the French people, some of them, they would look to the side when they did Jai Ganesha. They would not chant. You go to Tokyo, you go to Japan, all those people chant. And I do Asian body work and this and that, and I had a clinic, but my Japanese teacher said his grandmother used to always sing about nature. They don't have a personal God. Krishna, Buddha, all that. They're not into it. You meditate, you can get everything you need. And those people, like his grandmother and all that, those people all talk, they all sing about nature. So Shivananda Yoga is back in Japan. They're all going to Thailand to get TTC. There's 300 or 400 TTCs, graduates already in Japan. And they do chant and they meditate. When you sit in there and meditate with the Japanese people, it's like being in India. You just sit there and you connect right up with that source or whatever it is. But it's a heavy place, but they're one step at a time. They're going to get back to where they need to be, and the younger generation are looking for meditation, looking for sun salutations, looking for Jai Ganesha, and Shivananda Yoga is going to have a presence there, so that's kind of neat. And I do have to give you a commercial. We have on YouTube 67 hours of Swami Vishnu, Swami Shivananda from the 50s up until today, and see me later on during the reunion, and it's all yours, and it's all free, and enjoy it. Hariom Tatsai.
They told me that sneakers, running shoes, became very popular because I don't know if you're aware of, Japanese are very hard workers, okay? These a father, one of the teachers there, she told me, my father is a bank manager, she said, and in his life, as a bank employee and eventually bank manager, he did not take a vacation longer more than 5 days. and from morning till evening he's at work. And the whole Japan is the same mentality. So during the tsunami, when electricity was not available even in Tokyo, people used to walk 10 or 15 kilometers every day to and fro to go to work, and so they had to use running shoes because they had to walk for quite a while. And what they realized is that the tremendous fragility or fragile these societies. Suddenly say, no electricity, this is Tokyo, it's a mega city, 13, 14 million people. In Tokyo everybody walks this way, it's not enough room. As you know, Japan is more than 120, 130 million people, and it's the size of smaller than California, okay? So they have not much room. But they went to work, but realized, oh my God, if there is no electricity, how are we going to survive it? It was on the major psychological impact that the tsunami created on them. How that, which is a very advanced society in Japan, how much they were worried, so we had to go back to the basic, because atomic solution is not a solution, as was proven there before of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and today with the tsunami. So they really start to rethink themselves in a completely different way, and their spirituality was something very strong, that people start to take it very seriously. I mean, I was amazed the interest that they have in spirituality in Japan. Quite, at the beginning I was a little worried because, as you know, years ago, they had this kind of cult, Om, that put cyanide on the subway of Tokyo and people died. So I thought they're going to look us, boo, this guy you're coming from abroad, etc., etc. They call us gajin, so to speak, okay? But then I realized that they really are open to it, to serious yoga, to serious spirituality. They're very open to it, and they're really taking up a very, very gigantic steps. So it's something very good for mankind, something very peaceful, something very positive that exists in that country. Right? So I mentioned, that made me think of 2012, so this guy already got the lesson, he got the first lesson, what to do and how to do it, what to survive, how to survive. And I told you, they did not touch anything, no gas station, no looting, not taking someone else's car or food, nothing. Went on peacefully, quiet, with discipline, and a lot of spirituality. I really amazed. So I said, maybe they can teach us something about it for the future, okay? Thank you, Prala. So, any other thought about it? Okay? No, that's it.